I'm so in love with you. You just hug me and give me warmth. It could took away my pain and you let me feel so safe and peacefully calm. Dark run away, season cold again when you are around. Your voice is near, right beside my ears, and I'll fall asleep again into your touch and soothe my dark to glow it out. I see the blue of your flowers inside your heart, and stars held by your eyes bring me to blue sky, and you hold me by your side in a dream of me. You're the town of my dark and the place of my grief. Existence far away, you are your voices, your colors in the air. I wait for your voice to hum with. No one can understand.
안 만져?
여기랑 날개 하나씩. 스티커를 여기다가 잘했어? 앞접시만 가져가서 어딨지? 그 위에 열매는 있었지. 힘이다 힘.
I was a loser, so blind with desires. I don't know what I wanna do. I don't know how I gotta do. Losing faith, losing mind.
물어보지 마세요.
강제 침범.
세대금 이렇게 해야 돼. 좀 더 해야겠다. 왜? 난 괜찮은데?
괜찮아?
응. 나 안 먹어봐서 몰라.
맛있어, 맛있어.
더 굽는 게 낫겠어?
약 3시 52분에 서울로 가는 무궁화호 1214 열차를 이용할 고객께서는 타는 곳 3번으로 가시기 바랍니다.
Wish you felt the same.
some things all seem so foul. I'd do anything for you. I hope that counts. Last night you came over, I cried. After you came over, I cried. Last night you came over, I cried. After you came over, I cried.
I was messed up. Oh, I was losing hope. Like you wanted to give up, but there is something pulled me back. I can't cry, just wanna scream. Sweet to my only friend. Oh, it tastes bitter. My hands are tired, and I lost my hope till I see you. I didn't know what to do. Far away, you are, your presence, existence. Far away, you are, your voices, your colors. In the air, I wait for your voice to hum me. I wanna reach you.